Hi guys, good morning. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Is my voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. uh, yeah, wait 5 minutes. We'll start. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Hi guys. Bhagyam not showing. 1 second. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Hi guys. Till now, what we have covered? Pratyusha, can you explain?
Yes, sir. Actually, we have a unary operator,
Yeah.
and after we discussed the for loop and while loop, do while loop, and ternary operations like that.
Okay. Okay. What is for loop?
Actually, for loop means if the condition is true, then it goes. Uh,
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, that's fine. Bhagyam, what is for loop?
if con if condition is true, control goes to the while loop. If condition is false, control goes to outside the for loop. For loops.
Okay. Bhagyam, explain for loop.
Hello.
Bhagyam, explain for loop.
Yes, sir. It is used to run the code for specified number of iterations. Sir.
Yeah.
In for loop, we specify the range, then that is start value, end value, and
Yeah.
also increment iteration increment values. Sir.
Yeah. What are the three major areas in for loop?
Initialization, increment or decrement, and condition. Initialization, condition, increment or decrement.
Okay. Fine. Pratyusha, you have to brush up your skills. Okay.
Okay, sir.
No, not you. I'm telling to Pratyusha. Pratyusha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You have to brush up your skills. It's not
Okay.
like attending daily classes. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Gautam, what is for loop? Have you attended that class? Gautam. Gautam, are you there? You are in mute.
Yes, 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 yes.
What is for loop? Have you attended that class?
Bro, not attended it. For I
Not
have
attended.
that.
Which class you
The
attended?
Java for loop is used to iterate a part of the program several times. If the number of iteration is fixed, it is recommended to use for loop.
No, you don't tell other statements. What data I have given for loop? You read that? Like you attended the class or not?
No, no, not it.
Not attended. Okay. Which classes you have attended? Which concepts?
Yes, like arithmetic operators and the post increment, pre increment.
Okay.
Yes,
Unary operator you attended?
unary operator.
What is unary operator? So you have to brush up your skills. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we are going to start OOPS concepts. This is the concept common for all the programming languages. Like in Python, you have OOPS concepts. In C++, you have OOPS concepts. In C# you have OOPS concepts. So now, in a present, like a current programming world, the OOPS concepts are very common in any programming language. So if any programming language need to be called as object-oriented programming language, that should follow OOPS concepts. You
Okay,
understand? So
Okay, sir.
since Java is following object-oriented programming concepts, that is the reason we are calling
Oops.
Java is object-oriented programming language. So we have some concepts to understand what are the OOPS concepts. So today is theory class. So we have to understand concepts. Then tomorrow morning 8 a.m. class, we will discuss programs for each concept. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Let me get the mouse. 1 second. Back. Ramesh, you have joined? Ramesh, have you joined? Okay, so today we have some total 4 important concepts that part of OOPS concepts. Those are encapsulation, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. Okay, so first we discuss about encapsulation.
Abstraction.
Encapsulation. So what is encapsulation mean? Okay, that's fine. Spelling mistakes are fine. Abstraction. So what is encapsulation? It is like binding data and methods. Okay, so how we are binding data and methods? Generally, if you are writing some programs, what we are doing, we are writing class keyword and we are opening curly brace, and at the end we are closing curly brace. Then that we are calling entire class body. So in class, what we are including? We include either data
Object.
variables or methods. We include variables and methods. So encapsulation means closing data and methods. Okay, so how we are closing? So that is the reason, that is like encapsulating. Okay, you have capsules in that 2 kind of medicines, they will enclose with a closed sheet, like, so that is capsule, right? So similarly here encapsulation means we are closing or binding data variables, that means data and methods in a class with class keyword. Okay, so that is encapsulation. In Java, how they have achieved encapsulation? Using class keyword. Why? Because in class only we are binding data and methods. You understand? So let me open some theory part for that. See here, encapsulation in Java refers to integrating data. Data mean variables. Integrating data and code. Code mean methods into a single unit. You understand?
Yes.
Encapsulation mean in Java refers to integrating data and code into a single unit. Data and code. Data mean variables.
Variables.
Code mean methods.
Methods.
Generally we write some code in the methods. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And for encapsulation, we have some other perspective, like using private variable for the data. So if we are making private to the data, some other classes cannot use this data. Okay, it is restricted actually. So that is also part of encapsulation that we can understand after completing access specifiers topic in the Java. Okay, as of now, remember, encapsulation means integrating data and code. That means integrating data variables and methods into a single unit is called encapsulation. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, so how we achieved encapsulation in Java? So using class keyword, we enclose data variables and methods in Java. Okay, na? Using class keyword, we enclose data variables and methods in Java. Fine. And now other perspective is abstraction. Okay, first let me tell you about what is class, what is object. Class. What is class? Class mean it is like a blueprint. That means what kind of data we can include in the class, what kind of methods we can write. So that is a blueprint or a plan. Okay, so just if you assume there is a building plan you have, so in that plan what you will include, how many rooms we need to construct, how many bathrooms we need to construct, where is the entrance. So that was the plan, right? So if you have one plan, okay, you can construct a number of buildings. That means like with the same plan you can construct any number of buildings. So in the same way, and also one more difference, for a plan you don't need any place, right? You don't need any place. That means you don't need any memory allocation for a plan. But for a building you need a land, you need a some objects to construct, so something you need, right? So in the Java world we say for a class, for declaring data variables and methods you don't need any memory allocation, but you need for to create some object. Okay, that means for a plan you are allocating some data in an object, so then it is called object. So for that object you need some memory allocation. Okay, so how class look like, how object look like we will dig in very deep later. Now, so how class look like? As I said, class is declaration of,
Blueprint.
yeah, blueprint. It is a blueprint or it is a declaration of data fields and methods. So how we declare class? Using class name student, and what are the like you just assume there is a student. Generally what are the student properties?
Student
will
roll
have
number,
age,
age.
int age, that means number, right? And mobile number.
Yes.
In maybe mobile number is too long, so I can give long mobile number, long mobile, right? And so what are other things I can declare? Address, right? String address.
Yes, sir.
So one student can have age, mobile, address, right? And what are the student behavior? What are the things can do?
Student records.
Yeah. So now methods we have to write like void student, he can play, right? SYSO system dot out dot print ln. Student can play. Okay, playing. Or else student studying, he's doing some action. Okay. So I have enclosed. So what is here? Here class is student. Okay. So class name and opening curly brace. And where is the closing curly brace for student? Here it is. This is closing curly brace for a student. And here, what are the things I have mentioned? I have included data or data variables. And after that, what I have included? Methods. Method mean, as I said, void mean return type. Okay, void mean we are not returning anything. That means we are not returning any line here like return something, some return XYZ like that. Okay, that means we are returning some data wherever we are calling this play method. Okay, so that concept we will learn in message passing. So as of now, just void mean we are not writing any return statement, that you remember. Okay, and now void I have written some method name. So how can we say it is a method? One second. So how can we say it is a method? So here if we are having some parentheses and after that we have included opening curly brace and closing curly brace, and inside curly brace if you are writing some code, then it is a method. Okay, so this is a play method and this is a studying method. Why it is method? Even though I have not written any code inside, it is a method. Why? Because it is having parenthesis, open parenthesis
Parentheses.
and closing parenthesis, and here I am having opening curly brace and closing curly brace. Here I am having method, but I am not doing anything in that method. That's all. Okay, and the method name is studying, and return type is void. So this is about class. That means declaring data variables and methods. It is called class. Okay. Now this is a blueprint. It doesn't need any memory allocation. Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. It is a any memory allocation.
Memory allocation.
Okay, so just go and see what is class definition. A class in Java is a logical template to create objects that share common properties and methods. Okay, leave this line. Okay, not good. A class description consists of a declaration and a definition. Okay, that means we are declaring variables and also we are defining some methods. Okay. Okay. See here, what is class? See, what is class? Just assume there is a person class. So person is what can have person data members,
Yes, sir.
name,
Age.
ID, age, city, gender. So these are data members.
Yes, sir.
Or methods. What I can do, what are the actions he can do? Eat, study, sleep, play.
Play.
These are methods. So class means defining data members and method, and object means creating data for that particular class. Okay, that means we are allocating some memory for that variables. Okay, we are allocating memory for these variables. So here we are having name, but in this name here there is a person called John, and what is his age? 35. And what is his city? Delhi. Gender.
Delhi.
Now this is one object, and another object is Desi. And what is her age? 20. What is her city? Pune. What is her
Pune.
gender? Female.
Female.
Right? So how we can create these objects? There is a operator called new operator. So using new operator, using class name person, we can create these objects. Okay, and we can pass these kind of data to that objects. You are clear? Object mean a real world entity.
Entity.
Basically, in theory, in BTech, we whenever we are studying, they used to tell class is a blueprint, object is real world entity. Okay,
Sir.
if we read like that, that is useless. We have to understand class mean it is a
Yes, sir.
declaration of data members and methods. That we have to understand. Object mean memory allocation for a particular class. That we have to understand. What object mean memory allocation for a class. You are clear? And class doesn't need any memory allocation. Object need memory allocation. You understand? Object need memory allocation. Okay. So now this is about class and object. Fine. Class mean it is a blueprint. It doesn't need any memory allocation, and class is in Java, they implemented encapsulation using class keyword. In Java, they implemented encapsulation using class keyword. What I have written? You are clear? What is encapsulation? Encapsulation means binding variables and methods. What is
Yes, sir.
encapsulation? Binding or
Binding
integrating
Integrating.
data and code is encapsulation. So how we are integrating in data variables and methods in Java using class keyword. So
Yes, sir.
how we have achieved encapsulation in Java using class keyword?
Class
You
keyword.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Class. It is a blueprint. It doesn't need any memory allocation. In Java, they implemented encapsulation using class keyword. So if you see definition for encapsulation and class is both same. If you say why, because class is implementation of encapsulation concept. So encapsulation means binding variables and methods, and class also binding variables and methods. You understand now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Encapsulation mean concept. So this encapsulation concept we implemented in Java using class keyword. In Python also they have implemented this encapsulation. In C++ also they implemented this encapsulation using class keyword only. So in C++ also you have class keyword. In Python also you have class keyword. You understand? In .NET also you have class keyword. So encapsulation is common concept. Concept mean binding data and methods. In Java, we implemented encapsulation using class keyword class. So what is class? So class itself a binding of methods, data fields and methods. We can say data fields, and also we can say data variables, or else data, anything we can call. Methods you can say, or code you can say. In methods only we write code, or else we can say concrete methods. That means implemented methods. Okay, so this is class. Now object. Object mean
Real time.
Memory allocation for a particular class.
yeah, it is a real world entity memory allocation will be done for a object. If two objects are created, using same class, then the two objects will have will have all the properties two objects have all the properties similarly. Two objects if two objects are created using same class, then the two objects will have same number of data field and methods. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా నేను చెప్పింది? అంటే ఏంటి, ఇప్పుడు ఒక క్లాస్ కి టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం. ఇప్పుడు ఆ టూ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ కి కామన్ గా ఏముంటాయి? ఆ క్లాస్ లో ఏ వేరియబుల్స్ అయితే ఉన్నాయో అదే వేరియబుల్స్ ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ప్రతి ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి ఉంటాయి. ఒక క్లాస్ లో ఏ మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయో అదే మెథడ్స్ ఆ రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ కి కామన్ గా ఉంటాయి. అంతేనా? ఎవ్రీవన్ క్లియర్ కదా? సో దాన్నే వాళ్ళు జావాలో మన గూగుల్లో ఎలా ఇస్తారు డెఫినేషన్స్ అంటే, ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ అనేవి they share group of objects, they share ప్రాపర్టీస్ కామన్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అని ఇస్తారు. అలా చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు కదా మనకి. గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ షేర్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ కామన్లీ అంటే అది మనకు అర్థం కాదు. ఓకేనా? సో జనరల్ గా అది ఎందుకు అలా అనాలి మనం? అది కరెక్టే, కానీ అలా చెప్పడం వల్ల మనకి యూజ్ ఏముంది? చదువుకు వచ్చినట్టే ఉంటుంది. సో ఒక క్లాస్ కి ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి ఆ రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఒకే క్లాస్ కి సంబంధించినవి కాబట్టి ఆ రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీస్ సిమిలర్ గా ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకు? ఆ రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఒకే క్లాస్ నుంచి వచ్చినాయి కాబట్టి. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది కదా మీకు? యా. సో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ మెయిన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద రియల్ వరల్డ్ ఎంటిటీ. మెమరీ అలొకేషన్ విల్ బి డన్ ఫర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. If two objects are created using same class, then the two objects will have same number of data fields and methods. ఇది క్లియర్ కదా మీకు? యా. ఇప్పుడు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే చూద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, a Java object is a member of a Java class. That means ఇన్స్టాన్స్ అని కూడా అంటాం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని. అంటే మెమరీ అలొకేషన్ ఫర్ ఏ క్లాస్ అనడానికి మెంబర్ అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? ఇట్స్ మెమరీ అలొకేషన్ ఫర్ ఏ క్లాస్. ఈచ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ హ్యాస్ an ఐడెంటిటీ, ఏ బిహేవియర్ అండ్ స్టేట్. ఓకే, బిహేవియర్ అంటే మెథడ్స్ అంటాం యాక్చువల్ గా. చూద్దాం. ద స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈస్ స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ఫీల్డ్స్. స్టేట్ అంటే వేరియబుల్స్ అంటాడు. ఓకేనా? బిహేవియర్ అండ్ స్టేట్ అంటాడు కదా. స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటి? వేరియబుల్స్ అంట. బిహేవియర్ అంటే మెథడ్స్. ఓకేనా? అంటే ఫంక్షన్స్ అనొచ్చు, మెథడ్ అనొచ్చు. ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ క్రియేటెడ్ అట్ రన్ టైమ్ విచ్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో నోన్ యాజ్, వద్దులే అది బాగాలేదు. ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ క్రియేటెడ్ అట్ రన్ టైమ్ బాగానే ఉంది. Okay, wait. So here object definition is not clear. Okay, but what I have given the definition is correct. You understand? Object mean it is a real world entity. That means that object have some properties. That means my name is Prasad, so I am having like age, address, mobile number. So I'm having some property. I'm a real world entity, right? And just assume there is a chair. Chair is a real world entity. That means it is having like a color, weight, right? And person you can say a class. That means person can have age, person can have gender. Okay, now and also now just assume, and for person who can create a new real world entity like Prasad is a object for a like a person. That means person is class and we have, and person is having name. So object mean like a real world entity. So that object we can assign some data. So just assume student is a class. He is having age, mobile number, address. And just assume Prasad is an object. He can have age, he can have mobile number, he can have address. And Pratyusha is an object. She can have age, she can have mobile, she can have address, right? And Gautam, like student is a class and Gautam is one object. If you see, Gautam can have age. Gautam can have mobile number. Gautam can have address. You understand what is the
Yes.
difference between class and object? Object means the real world entity, and class means it is a blueprint or
Blueprint.
declaration of variables and methods. Now, object. If two objects are created using same class, then the two objects will have same number of data fields and methods. Okay, right. Now you covered class, you covered object, you covered encapsulation. Now what are the remaining things? Inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. Okay. Inheritance I'll cover first.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah.
What is meant by void? Void student.
Well, yeah, actually for a method we have different kind of return type. Okay, there are 4 kind of return types, like 2 types, like we can give return type or we cannot give return type. Okay, so that means just I called you, if I give you one work, like just I asked you just I asked you, like there is a dustbin, okay, some garbage. I asked you, throw that dustbin. I given you one task, throw that dustbin. What you will do, like you went out and you throw the dustbin. Okay, so you did not bring that bucket inside home. You throw it, and you did not come to my home also. Just you throw dustbin, and after that your task is done. You did not bring anything, or you did not return any data to me. Okay. That means if you are not returning anything, if after I given you one task, you did not return any data to me, then it is called void. That means we are not returning anything. So void means nothing. You are returning nothing to me. So nothing means void. I asked you to throw the garbage, and you throw the garbage, and you come back, and you brought dustbin back to me. Okay, and that means you return some data to me. I given you one task, you processed some data, and at the end you returned that processed data to me. So that is called return. You are returning the data. So what kind of data you are returning? If you are returning to me integer data, I have to mention here, instead of void, I have to mention here int. That means this method return integer data. If you are returning me floating number, that means you are returning me floating point data. So I have to mention float there. So we have to mention what kind of data that method is returning. If it is not returning anything, we have to mention void. You understand? So this part will be covered when I cover message passing and how to write different kind of methods. There are 4 kind of methods we can write. Okay, with method, with return type, without return type, with parameter, without parameter. These are 4 kind of methods you can. So that is different concept we will explain later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now inheritance. Now what is inheritance? Inheritance means like this is a student, and students have common properties like age, mobile, and address. Okay, and we have mechanical student and we have computer science student. Am I right? So each student can have student properties, and also they have additional properties. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So getting so what if we are creating some computer science student directly from this, he may not have all the properties of computer science student. So what we have to do, we have to create again subclasses, like we have to create computer science class, and we have to create mechanical class, we have to create like IT class, and again we have to allocate the object, we have to create object for computer science student, so that he can have some common properties from parent student class, and also from computer science student can add new fields, right? So computer science student can have different subjects. Computer science student can have maybe some additional labs. Okay, maybe computer science students can have Linux lab, maybe mechanical student can have some workshop lab, right? So some additional properties again we need to add. So if we create object for a student now, can I add all the data? Not there, right? Not there. So what I need to do, I need to create again new class,
That.
and there I need to get all parent properties. In that new class, in computer science class, do I need to add age there? No need. I can get it from the student class, right? So we can create one subclass, and also in that subclass, we can use this parent class property. So acquiring parent class properties into the child class is called inheritance. Okay, acquiring parent class properties into the child class is called inheritance. We'll write. Acquiring means getting.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Acquiring spelling, I'm not clear. If anything wrong, you Google it. Okay. Acquiring parent class
Yes.
into the
Child class.
child class is called
Inheritance.
inheritance. Inheritance. Student is a class. And from this, you can create CSC class. CSC student class. Okay. And for this CST student, we can create an object. Okay. So just assume. So here, this is a parent class. Okay. This is having age, mobile number, okay, and address. Okay, now CSC student is acquiring all the properties like age, mobile. Okay, no need to define here. We are acquiring without defining here. Address, and apart from that, what it will do? Apart from that, don't write because it already we are getting. Already we are getting. So just additionally, what I'm defining here under CSC lab name. Okay, what is the lab name? So what if I create object for a CSC student class? What are the data I can declare there? What I can initialize there? Age, mobile number, address, and lab name. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I want to create one object for CSC student, since the CSC student is a subclass and it is acquiring parent class properties of student, and that CSC student can have access to parent class data fields also. So CSC student can initialize data for age, mobile, address, and lab name. You are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you want to create object for student, okay. If you want to create object for student, he can access only that parent class properties of age, mobile, and address. Now he cannot access lab name because student is parent. He cannot access child class directly. You understand? Where the child is having here parent class properties. You understand? Since CSP student acquired all parent class properties, we have parent class we have access to parent class variables. But if you are directly calling to student, okay, that is parent, we don't have any link between student and CSC student here. So directly, if you are calling student, you can access only age, mobile number, and address. You can create object for, if you create object, you can initialize data for only age, mobile number, and address. You are clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, inheritance mean acquiring parent class properties into the child class is called inheritance. So in real world, we achieve inheritance using extends keyword. We will see later. Okay. In Java, we achieve inheritance using extends keyword. We will see later what is extends keyword, where we are using that extends keyword. We will see later. Okay, fine. So you are clear about inheritance. Acquiring parent class properties in the child class is called inheritance. Okay. Now, what are other concepts? So now we are covering abstraction now. Okay. So what is abstraction? Abstraction means it's like hiding internal implementation to the user. Okay. So what is abstraction mean? If you know coffee vending machines. So if you are getting some coffee from the vending machine, if you click in a coffee, just if you click coffee button, you will get coffee, right? Directly, if you keep one coffee cup like in the vending machine area in a specified area, and if you press coffee button, you will get directly coffee. That's all. So you know what is happening inside? You don't know, right? Is it visible? No. So that is called abstraction. If you think they given chance like first option, add milk. Okay, there is a button add milk, and after that there is a button to add some water, and third there is a button to add sugar, and fourth option there is a button to set the temperature, and fifth option there is a button to stop the process at a specified time. And now coffee, we are getting the coffee. In second way, is it easy to prepare the coffee? Is it easy to prepare the coffee? No, right? So sometimes we don't want to see internal implementation. Just we want to call the method. Okay. And we are least bothered about internal implementation. So hiding internal implementation and showing necessary details is called abstraction. Fine. So this is called abstraction. So how we achieved in Java is, we will see later. In Java, we achieved this abstraction using interfaces and abstract classes. So that we will see later. So abstraction. So I will write hiding internal implementation and showing necessary details. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So example is coffee dispenser. Okay, coffee dispenser. You just assume, okay, just by pressing one button, we can get the coffee without knowing internal implementation. Understand? Now, in Java, we achieve abstraction using interfaces and abstract classes. Understand? In Java, we achieved abstraction using interfaces and abstract classes. Okay. And in inheritance, how we achieved in Java? Using extends keyword. Using extends keyword. In abstraction, how we achieved in Java? Using interfaces and
Interfaces.
abstract
Object.
classes. Okay. Encapsulation, how we achieved in Java? Using class keyword. Using class keyword. Okay. How we achieved in Java? How we achieved encapsulation in Java? Using class keyword.
Yes, sir.
How we achieved inheritance in Java? Using extends keyword. How we achieved abstraction in Java? Using interfaces and abstract classes. Fine. So
Yes,
now
sir.
we will go for other topic, polymorphism. Right. Now polymorphism. Polymorphism. Okay. What is polymorphism? Morphing, right? In generally in Google we see like they morphed my images. Okay. Some in Google we see some issues. Morphing means they are not same, but they are looks like same. Am I right? They are not same exactly. They looks like same. Is called morphing. Here in Java also we can write different kind of methods with same function name, but that behavior is different. Okay, you are getting? In Java we can write different functions with same function name, but that behavior is different. Okay, so how can we write different methods with same function name and how to show different behavior is called polymorphism. Poly mean many, morphing. Morph mean forms. Many forms.
Yes, sir.
Right? Many forms.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in Java, we can write different methods with same function name or method name. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can write different methods with same method name. And those methods can show different behavior. Is called
Polymorphism.
So polymorphism in many forms. So generally here we write different functions with same function name, but the behavior is different. Okay, the implementation logic is different. So this is called polymorphism. So how we achieved here in Java? Just assume you have println method. In println method, not assume, you already used. In println method, if you pass two numbers, if you pass some a plus b, it is printing the addition of two numbers. If you pass some a plus b in a double quotes and equal to, if you give some c variable, in c variable you given c is equal to a plus b in the above statement. So what it will happen? It will print a plus b equal to that sum. So that means it is concatenating string and value. So if you pass two numbers and if you are giving plus operator, it will add. If you pass a string and number, it will concatenate. So it is showing different behavior or not? You are doing anything in println? No. The same println method, it works in different way. Right? So that is called example for polymorphism. That is called compile time polymorphism actually. Okay. We will see there are two kind of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and the second one is runtime polymorphism. We'll see. There are two kind of polymorphism. First one, compile time polymorphism. Second one, runtime polymorphism. Okay, so what is compiled polymorphism? Writing same method name and or else having different methods or having different methods or having different methods with same function name in the same class, right? But runtime polymorphism mean here we are using inheritance concept. That means in parent class and child class we are having same method name. That comes under runtime polymorphism. We will see while writing the code. Okay, just understand theory. Here in runtime polymorphism, we are having same method name.
Different
We are having same method. We are having two methods. We are having two methods in parent and child. Parent and child mean parent class and child class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Or else I will write here parent class and child class.
Okay.
Here we are having two methods in parent class and child class. That means in parent also we are having some add method, in child also we are having add method. But implementation is different. That means పేరెంట్ లో యాడ్ అయిన ఒక మెథడ్ ఉంది, చైల్డ్ లో కూడా మళ్ళీ సేమ్ యాడ్ మెథడ్ రాశాను. బట్ ఇక్కడ నేను ప్రాసెస్ కోడ్ అనేది ఆ లోపల లాజిక్ అనేది కొంచెం చేంజెస్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఇదేంటిది, పేరెంట్ లో ఉన్న మెథడ్ ని సేమ్ మెథడ్ ని మనం చైల్డ్ లో కూడా సేమ్ మెథడ్ నేమ్ యూజ్ చేసుకుని కొంచెం కోడ్ అనేది మార్చుకోవడం ఏమంటారు, దాన్ని రన్ టైమ్ పాలిమారిజం అంటారు. ఓకేనా? సో కంపైల్ టైమ్ పాలిమారిజం అంటే ఏంటి అంటే, సో ఆ బైండింగ్ అనేది కంపైల్ టైమ్ లో జరుగుతుంది అంటారు. రన్ టైమ్ పాలిమారిజం అంటే ఆ మెథడ్స్ ని బైండింగ్ అంటే ఏ మెథడ్ కాల్ చేయాలి అనేది రన్ టైమ్ లో జరుగుతుంది అంటారు. ఆ డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది మీకు తర్వాత చెప్తాను, ఎందుకంటే మీకు ఏం చెప్పాలి, కంపైల్ టైమ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్, రన్ టైమ్ ఎక్సెప్షన్స్ అలా ఉంటాయి. యాక్చువల్ గా కంపైలేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి, జావా సి స్పేస్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ డాట్ జావా. రన్నింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఎలా రన్ చేస్తాం, జావా సి ఫైల్ నేమ్. సో కంపైల్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం అంటే జావా సి స్పేస్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ డాట్ జావా చేసినప్పుడు, అది కంపైల్ చేసినప్పుడే మనకి ఏ మెథడ్స్ అనేవి కాల్ అవుతాయి అనేది మన జేవిఎం అర్థం చేసుకుంటుంది. సో అందుకని దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, కంపైల్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం అంటారు. అంటే మీరు రన్ చేయక ముందే అర్థమైపోతుంది అనమాట ఏది కాల్ అవుతుంది అనేది. సో అది కంపైల్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం. సో దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ అంటారు. ఏది కాల్ చేస్తుందో అనేది ఇంగ్లీష్ లో ఏమంటారు, మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపన్ ఎట్ కంపైల్ టైమ్, దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కంపైల్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం. మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ అనేది అంటే ఇప్పుడు కంపైల్ చేసినప్పుడు తెలియదు, ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది, పేరెంట్ క్లాస్ అనే ఇన్హెరిటెన్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు. జావా సి స్పేస్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ డాట్ జావా చేసినప్పుడు తెలియదు, జావా సి స్పేస్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ డాట్ జావా చేస్తాం కదా, అంటే రన్ చేస్తాం, అప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది అనమాట ఏ మెథడ్ కాల్ అవుతుంది అనేది. సో రన్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ జరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం, రన్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం అంటాం. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తాం, మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ విల్ హ్యాపన్ ఎట్ కంపైల్ టైమ్. ఫైన్. రన్ టైమ్ పాలిమార్ఫిజం ఎప్పుడు జరుగుతుంది, మెథడ్ బైండింగ్ happens at will happen at runtime. Understand? Or else we will give entire line. You understand polymorphism? Polymorphism means
Yes.
having same function name and showing different behavior. And there are two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and one is runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism means method binding at compile time, and also we are writing that methods in the same class. There is no parent child class concept here. And runtime polymorphism means we are writing same method name but in parent and child, and we are using inheritance concept here. Got it? So method binding will happen at compile time for compile time polymorphism, and method binding happen at runtime for runtime polymorphism. You understand? Yeah. So am I covered all the topics or not? Encapsulation mean binding data fields and methods. Inheritance mean acquiring parent class properties into the child class. Polymorphism mean writing same method names and showing different behavior. Abstraction mean hiding internal implementation and showing necessary details. Everyone clear about these four OOPS concepts? I think if you attend any interview, no, like you definitely get one question, like minimum 3 or 4 questions from these OOPS concepts. So this is about theory part, and tomorrow 8 a.m. class we will cover about one by one. We will cover. Okay, OOPS concepts definitely will take 1 week. So one by one we will cover. Encapsulation nothing to cover because this is like a very easy concept. That means just binding only, and a different perspective will cover in covering access specifiers. Now inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. These three will be having different set of programs. We will cover one by one. It will take 1 week. Okay. So I'm sharing these notes. Please everyone like read and remember these things. So tomorrow I will ask questions on this. Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sharing this data to you. Whatever. 1 second. Why I'm unable to send this to you? That's fine, right? I think some data limitation or something. Okay, I think everyone received these messages right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just save it now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, save it now. Once everyone saved, just confirm me. Then we can. I will stop sharing. Then I will close the bridge.
Yes.
Pratyusha, you saved all the things?
Yes, sir.
Bhagyam?
Yes,
Bhagyam?
sir. Yes, sir.
Gautam?
Just 1 minute to save one.
Okay.
Just save.
Ramesh, you have attended?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You understand all the things?
Not all. Little bit confused some points, sir.
Yeah. Because you are not attended last 1 week classes, right? So for you, difficult to understand what is the data and what is method. So that's the difference. So that is the reason. Maybe for you it is difficult. Okay.
Okay, I don't know how to use it, and I'm using something. I'm using some other something.
Sorry.
You're using an example. You're using int and string and constant something, or the int is or string something. Or using.
Actually, so those are called data types. For other members, it already covered in previous classes. Okay. So
Okay.
like maybe I need to cover you like backup classes in Saturday, Sunday. Then only can understand. You got it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So this is a demo class for you because just I asked you to join normal class. Okay. This is not a separate class for you. If you are okay,
Okay.
like we will cover backup classes for you. You understand?
Okay. After
Yeah,
this
yeah.
call, I will call you, sir.
Yeah, sure. So Gautam, you saved the data.
Yes, saved.
Yeah. Satya? Satya, are you there? Rauteja? You're not there. Okay. Okay, fine. So, Aparna, you saved the data? That's fine. So tomorrow, just prepare these questions, okay? Because whenever you go, wherever you go, yeah. So
Yes, sir.
these are the important concepts. You can get different kind of programs, but when it come to the theory, everywhere it will be confusing for class and object. Okay, so just brush up these concepts, read multiple times, and don't confuse between one concept to other concept. Got
Okay.
it?
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm stopping the class today. We will meet tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp. Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.